An actual village. Daguerreo. Is there water everywhere? Capricorn. Totally forgot about the Stellazio collection quest. And it's one of those things that I don't dislike playing the side quests. I'm more or less, I guess, I don't care if I complete them or not, because I have a metric ton of things to do on the Let's Play front. I mean, if I would take the current games I probably own without new ones, I'll probably die out of old age before I can play through all of them. And you don't always just want to play through. You do want to visit games here and there just for your own amusement. I'm sort of I've played more games than I record them. So I'm sort of thinking, should I just record the replays too? So it's not like it's sort of I've gotten so used to this that it's basically the same thing for me. At the least in most cases. Some games are a huge pain in the ass. I don't want to re-record things that you have to fight to get to work. But especially with if you play through emulators for a certain period of time of games, they basically never crash, and they're very easy to record. So it's basically making a let's play out of them, unless you are into making some kind of a entertainment performance out of the experience. It's just activating an extra program before you start the game. That's it. Nuggy. No one has received mail. Synthesis. Ooh. This is Daguerreo, where knowledge and water come together. You need... Ooh, new weapons. Thief gloves. 50,000. Angel earrings. Battle boots. Combat boots. Rouge. Yeah, this requires moonstone. I don't have moonstones. What do I do without my moonstone? Don't know. Maybe I synthesized something accidentally. Correct. This is ice elemental attack, worn by a woman. Black robe. Shadow elemental attack raise. Glutton robe, worn by Qs. Don't have money for this. Huh. Okay. Interesting. At status effect petrified. Sword made by processing epitaphs fragments. Annoy. wonder where we got it in the first place. Jesus Christ, circlet. Massive increase in magical defense. Massive increase in defense. I mean, more than doubles. Silk rope's a shitty rope though, like real crap. It just doesn't matter too much at the moment. We really need to do some fighting. Okay. You came here hoping to find some treasures, huh? I can tell from your eyes. I'm a treasure hunter myself, and a famous one too. Just because I'm famous doesn't mean I'm gonna tell you my name. Almost all treasure hunters are assigned ranks. I, of course, have attained the highest rank. Let's see, your treasure hunter rank is CA. I guess it's passable. Theories of the underground world often refer to the fact that Gaia has 2 moons. Some studies suggest that the orbital axes of the 2 moons are shifting. Yes. So, scientists. Engineers. I came here to research a new source of power. The multi-systems here are rather complicated. The source of all this water is a mystery as well. It really is the work of the Dragon God. We're having a debate right now, and I want to be your canary. Why do you think Cornelia had to die? That was the only way she could be united with Marcus in death. No, it was to prove that she loved Marcus just as much as she loved her father. Do you think? Hard to say. I only remember the version we played out, and both of these options don't make much sense there. But since the woman is the seller of items, I'll select her. Sounded like something just happened below. I can't find the Eidolon, and I looked everywhere. A good book lasts forever. It will always be there in your memories. Well, that's not the book lasting, is it? I've asked to be buried with my favorite book. This is the reading room. In addition to tables and chairs, we also have hammocks for people who fall asleep while they're reading. No. Stay here. Clearly we can do something here. Weapons. Need to fix the lift so he'll sell weapons to me. Okay. Oh. Seems like if you would really care about these books, you probably wouldn't leave them lying in the water. So, yeah, where the hell is all this water coming from? Why do they not do anything to try to get rid of it? Zidane, my goodness! How wonderful to see you again! Hey, what are you doing here? It's one of the priests from Clara. After Clara was destroyed, I realized how isolated we have all been. So I decided to broaden my horizons and came here. Wonderful here. I'm constantly learning something new from these books. Someday I hope to contribute to the restoration of Clara. Some kind of a bar. Taguero was built by some strange scientist. To get around this place, you'll have to use the lifts, which are powered by water pressure. Hmm. See. Crap. Which side are we supposed to do this? Some stairs going basically, I guess. Let's just talk to this guy first. Why can't you see I'm doing research here? What exactly am I supposed to do here with this guy anyway? Wait. Can I now use that? Because it seems like we can't do this unless we can somehow lock this. Yeah, here's the. What is this hole? we should have enough pressure. Alright, the lift works again. Thanks a lot, man. So what can I buy? Rune blade. Diamond armor. Better damage reduced. And helm. Poor, very poor. So, yeah, let's buy something. Okay. But have anything useful now? A worse armor too. I was hoping for new abilities. Yes, you can't get it all. Still, this hasn't. I can't see how this could have anything to do with the switch I pressed upstairs. So, and I don't see how this has anything to do with the water here either. Let's see. Dragon God's blessings to the stone. So I'm supposed to put a stone here. Maybe some ore might be? It seems like we would have to put some kind of correct amount. Maybe this is just a system so you can, if you put a certain amount, you can get something out of it. $99 ore. $24 aquamarine. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. Nice little place. We can upgrade, nothing more. Out of curiosity, what creatures do we have here? I don't think I'm interested in killing them though. I want to hunt down the friendly monsters. That's a lot of abilities, points with farm. Oh shit. Well, hello there. Long time no see. Yeah. We might be a little bit dead here, but Grand Dragons. Immunity to thunder would be a requirement, but that bastard does so much damage that I don't think we're a good match for it either way. I'm going to ease into things a little bit. The friendly monster is probably a decent way to do it. Because it'll require us to fight other things while we do that. I have no idea where we're gonna meet it. So, somewhere here. forests are usually good places. There's no guarantee. Ladybug was the previous one. Met you before. Laser beetle. Ether, Phoenix Pinion, and Night Potion. Yeah, not that dangerous. Do you have any weaknesses? Insect. That's totally harmless. Mr. Yeti should not be a hard man to notice here. Others might be much harder. I mean, Yeti sort of implies the location immediately. But the others, where the fuck? I suppose, no. I was thinking maybe the creature itself might be encounterable in the area, but that's in no way guaranteed. Might as well learn to dark side. You. No, I do not like this. Someone has to have alert. Not only does this delay while killing these guys, but it could be potentially very dangerous against an opponent like the Grand Dragon. Again, more harmless enemies. We're gonna just run around here until we happen to meet a Yeti. But there are other creatures, and I don't think there's any kind of a sequence you have to follow with them. The sequence is to aid you make sure that you get everything. And I think the later versions will require items that you can get from the previous guy, but at the same time, it's not like they're unique items. We could already have them. I think they're ore or gemstones. We have 99 ore, so that's not going to be a problem. Gemstones might, although we have a lot of them, but we don't really have the rarer ones. Might have one. Problem there being that we don't know the abilities yet. Guess we'll just run around here. Yes! It's not the correct one. Moonstone. I don't have a moonstone. Definitely not. What happened to my moonstone? Feather circle. Shit. Oh, this is not the place. This continent has feather circle. Oh. Ladybug was on the other continent. So where the hell would the Yeti be then? Doesn't have to be one continent per creature actually. But damn. And it's not too big of a problem either. Ah shit. It's not too big of a problem in the sense that it doesn't really matter what friendly creature we find. We have to find them all anyway. Now we know that here there's the feathered circle. Properly in trouble with these guys. Probably should upgrade Dagger's equipment. That won't work on them, they're flying. Very much up. Ah, thank God. How good is Kurada really? $4,800 with fire. Pretty much full life. At least at this stage. New abilities. Dark side, healer, high side. Auto float. Okay. EIE strike. Shock punch. Yeah, Jesus Christ, this is about 400% better weapon than what we have currently. Points plus 20%. Armor has a bit better strength, but Genji armor has a radically better defense value. Critical defense is sort of weak. With the Holy Mitre, magic defense more than doubles. Okay, much better situation. I think we should really move to another area. I would expect the encounters to be more or less close to actual sites you visit, so you're meant, or at least on the pathway, so you're meant to stumble upon them. We're gonna have to turn into a moonstone somehow. And this situation probably means that we'll have to complete the earlier stages to get the moonstone. Okay, I need green land to land. Don't even have to fight all that much here, just a few fights, visit the local forest, see what we can come up with. Fuck me. Pop quiz. Fossil Rule is a tunnel that connects Trino to Alexandria. False. Gargan Rule. Next step. 1000 geo. 60% correct. A little more effort would be nice. Probably had forgotten about these. I think we're going to go into these areas, maybe basically give a couple chances for some kind of encounter to pop up and from another area. do need to locate quite a few of them, I think. I have to travel the world. Forgotten Continent without a doubt has at least one of them. This continent had a few. I can think of two at least. So maybe around... Well, the Yeti could be in the frozen continent too. Just in a different place. So the thinking would be that there's a couple of them on each continent. If that's true, it's not likely to be on this side of the island. Likely to be on the other. I don't know if it's probably not going to be the Yeti, but it could be something else. Which means Yeti very likely is on the north continent, just in a different place. But who knows? Who the hell knows? If one last fight here, we'll move to a new area. There's also a lot of islands in there, like the Moogle Central. We should visit those. They might not have the encounter we're looking for, but they might have pub quizzes or something else. And actually it will aid us to find out what couple of monsters they have in this table. I want to see Bahamut. Mega Player. Huge waste of magic, basically. Costs a ton and isn't all that remarkable. That could be related to our low level though. Might be worthwhile to revisit these places too. Things have happened. It's not much, but I found some goods for your journey. I hate to say this, but our village could use some capital. I'll have to charge you for this. You can buy fairly basic type of items. The Echo and Dagger together here might produce something. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to come here without a code and expect something to happen. And I'm not sure I should try to really do this type of thing anyway. Problem being, we have a lot of things to do anyway. We'll have to visit every goddamn piece of forest. We don't have to fight multiple fights there, but we do have to fight. Forests are one of the most common places to have some kind of special type of encounter. Maybe the Yeti is in a forest, and the what was it? Feathered Circle, something like that, is in the plains. Pop quiz, maybe. Yeti. Excellent. Hello, is that really a Yeti? And some more. It is. Man, and some more. That's not really enough. The previous one wanted 2. Who's next? Say hello to Nim for me. Yep. We do this, it sort of would make sense to switch around characters, so there's not enough abilities to have these people learn them. Return magic. Naturally, we'll keep these guys until they've learned everything. It also means this group will be pretty much the group we're gonna stick with, at least as much as possible. It is starting to look a lot better. Ooh, we're missing 2 spells. Meteor causes non-elemental damage to all enemies. I think it's a better version of Comet, basically. While we are here, we might as well visit the Black Mage Village to see what's happened there, if anything. Nymph. Probably living in a forest somewhere. There's still the other side of the continent, the eastern side I want to visit. Mughal Island, that sort of place. Even if we don't find the nymph there, we might find something else. Bahamut learn, excellent. In a way, in many ways this system is, I think, is a lot better. For example, that is in Final Fantasy VIII, but it's not without its problems. And a lot of problems for it are from the fact that everything is attached to equipment. because it maybe boost. Because it creates one fundamental problem, is that if you want the abilities, it encourages grinding basically. If these abilities were somehow tied to leveling up or things like that, you could just focus on leveling up, and gear would be something completely different, but now gear is sort of leveling up in addition to leveling up. So you can't just ignore it. What exactly am I getting from this? Ooh, so raises strength of Eidolons, okay. Seems reasonable enough. More points. I can certainly understand that because current Eidolons are crap, frankly. Rubbish. Pieces of shit. I would not throw them in any kind of serious fight. That's what I'm basically saying. And that cannot be a good position. Okay. Kazidil. I'm not interested in plains, I'm interested in forests. Nymph, 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 nymph. Ugh. I wish I was that lucky. Okay, question number 6. Berkmia cable cars have been running for 8 years. No. Bro. Huh. Well, it was worth pretending I knew the answer instead of just admitting that I had no fucking clue. But there was a 50% chance that I was right. Still, I want another encounter here. Oh, shit. Did I miss? Might as well try. Actually, I've totally forgotten what it does. $6,700 points per camera. Well, that's good. Holy shit. Yeah. Definitely need a little bit of thunder protection. Nothing happened. Well, that's nice. What the fuck is a spell like that? It costs a ton and might not do anything. I don't mind even if we encounter Grand Dragons, I don't mind. Since Steiner can now take them out without too much loss. 2 attacks. And if BB would actually do some damage instead of just create meteors that disappear into nothingness, probably wouldn't take that long. Oops. That's gotta hurt. Pretty dude, no time to revive. Yeah, probably waste spell. This could be a leap. Not quite. This is fine. Zidane is always in the group, so he'll do a little bit better than everyone else anyway. So if at times he happens to be knocked unconscious, that won't make any kind of real difference. I am pretty sure though, there's no point staying here. If our intention is just to wait for the friendly monsters to pop up. Side of the island, on the other hand, might be a different case. Suppose this forest itself might be a different case. There's nowhere to land there. And I do want to visit the Black Mage village, I really do, so once we're done with this, I think we can go there. Just a quick situation check. If there's nothing new there, we can easily escape. You would think a nymph would be in some kind of forest area though. There's a few forests on this side of the island here, which I do want to go through. The Forgotten Continent would be definitely the likeliest after that. Especially since it now looks like that the Frozen Continent, or whatever you want to call it, will contain the final piece of the puzzle. At least I can imagine Moonstone will be the final piece. It's the only one I've only seen a single one, and I don't even recall what happened to that. What did I do with that? Nothing new. Ribbon. You know, Eiko would have a very good use of this. Maybe more strength or A. Probably should take base on the special ability. Absorbs Thunder Elemental. Yeah, if we encounter more dragons, this will help. But Zidane doesn't really have a lot of abilities he would use at this point. Not sure. It doesn't make much sense to use this to travel here. So I want to test one thing. I want to go to the Forgotten Continent. See if the nymph pops up there. Ah, crap. Black mages. Ah, shit. Might as well just walk. It's not like these enemies are in any position to really offer resistance. But at the same time, it's just a waste of time, isn't it? Yeah, this might be an easy fight, but it takes time. Yeah, I'm definitely calling the Chocobo here. Would be a better transportation method anyway. It's much more much better to be able to, much more convenient to move from one place to another. And we are still sort of on the lookout for bubbles in the ocean that are incredibly hard to spot for us. So, nymph card. Okay, but we are getting nymph cards in this channel area. Shit. I think I'll run for it. Where is it? There. I do not expect the nymph to be here though. Might be in the forest, might. It's a very big if though. It is certainly not here. Someone has the moonstone equipped. That has to be it. But it doesn't show up anywhere. It still doesn't really solve our problem, because we can't just go shoving moonstone to a monster who isn't part of the line. We need to go through the sequence, that's the whole thing. So in a way, it's the obvious answer, but it's not. Doesn't solve the problem. We need to find the creatures, every single one of them, and I think through that we'll get another one anyway, which we'll sacrifice to completing it. Use auto reflects, auto potion. Auto potion could be into light. Yeah, that's I always see that being useful. After this we'll go to the Forgotten Continent. We'll probably spend a couple of sessions in this, more or less. I mean, filling things up a little bit. Trying to find missing pieces here and there. This is all preparations though, to not just well, more or less preparations to whatever we're gonna face when we find the pathway to Terra, but more so, I guess, to defeat the optional boss. Not sure how difficult it's gonna be, really. I guess it's part due to the fact too that I probably am going to leave a lot of side quests sort of open. The Salazia coins, for example, very likely you cannot use that. Things like that. So it would be nice if we could finish at least something. The coffee quest was nice, but it didn't really go anywhere. I'm not sure what the point of that was. I guess our collector rank has gone from H to C, so whatever that means. The mage is back. Yeah. I'm glad to be back, but the sun looks different to me somehow. Never knew weapons were used to hurt people, but we have magic. Why would we need weapons? Do you think weapons will disappear when everyone is happy? Does that mean we won't need magic either? No, of course not. Some people are happy with weapons. And only with weapons. Unhappiness isn't like a disease or a virus that you can just get rid of and cure. It's going to be around no matter what. I wonder how long we can look after this Chocobo Shack. You start making preparations. You knew most of you are going to die fairly soon. Prepare for it. Make arrangements for the so someone take care of it. Wonder why I feel the need to listen to music if I'm going to stop someday. Probably the leader might be the wisest to say something or do something unique. Or at least something that matters. Anything new. They made me pilot an airship. I felt horrible. It reminded me of the time they carried me on the cargo ship. Not really anything worthwhile here. At least the old services are back if we happen to need it for some reason. We're all perplexed about what happened, but life goes on even while we try to make sense of it. The fear of death made me run away from this village, but in the end, I realized that this is my favorite place. Didn't get anything practical. That's how it is sometimes. Okay, we're going to take a trip to the Forgotten Continent. In an effort to try to find the moon. I have a good feeling about it though. So far we've able to manage to find at least 2 of those friendly creatures per continent. And we know where the line of creatures stops. So we just need to fill, not sure how many spots, probably not too many. Probably less than half a dozen. We should be noticing a difference when we start to have to give something other than ore for them to get our little reward, then we know we're basically in the final straight. Maybe about 3-4 left. So the robe of the lords. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna do it. It's yeah. I have to do it in the lagoon at the same time. If we could do it in the air garden, it would be great. This is some kind of special area too. Let's go take the chipper boat. Grand dragons seem to be the most toughest generic or random enemy that you can stumble upon. Bile Island. Oh, this does not sound good. I don't expect a friendly creature to be here. What the fuck are you? Virus powder. Ooh, shit. These are using black magic. I need to scan one. I need to know what the hell am I doing. Let me try. If I can't scan the target, it's a waste of time. So, cute little lambs that are slaughtering me. Virus powder. Fuck you. Elixir 4. Why are they floating me? Are you gonna kill Dagger again? 7,000. Whoa. They made themselves Maikaiya era. That's what they did. Load, then this, so you take extra damage. 3,500. Yeah, these are a bit out of above our pay grade. Yeah, level 72. 20,000 weak against Shadow. Yeah. Too soon. Not sure if I ever want to fight those. I can't see them being in a place like this though. Kill the Kurasada. Because it requires a chocobo to get to. It's not part of the plus accessible areas. So these might be very tough enemies, special enemies, something like that, but not friendly monsters. And normal enemies anyway. What an annoying ability. Lose 50% of your health. Okay. Garden Islands. We're expected to find at least 2 guys. Might not be the nymph, but we're gonna find something. Ah, shit. We're just going to have to start running around here. Still want to use the chocobo as a general means of transport though. I don't want to end up on the other side of the island and then figure out that I want to get out of here and have to fight a million times before I can get out. Vacation monster, excellent. Shock is an ability from our weapon, and we don't have any other weapon, so there's no point even checking the equipment. least on the positive side, we have a fairly good handle on these creatures already. Quick and easy. What the hell am I gonna turn into a nymph? Probably should fight a few fights at least here. I think we're more or less just going to go where the target area here is. What's with the fish? They should be more powerful judgment call. Lucifer. Well, probably is 3000 points of damage, and I don't think it's particularly vulnerable to that type of damage anyway. And that's the weakest summon we have. So the boost probably works just fine. Don't have the magic ring to use it. Dagger learn boost too. That would be great, very useful. No, boost is not the thing I'm thinking of. Well, we're about to reach that point. Only need 4 more points. Probably translates to a single fight. The ability plus ability. Ah shit, we do have to stop here now and then and fight at least a fight or two. I'm more interested in trying to locate forests in this area and between those. Even if we don't find the nymph, we should be able to find something. We didn't exactly fight a lot there, so it's totally possible that we miss something. This area will have, no matter what, we'll have at least one of those epic creatures, and we can do shit. Oh my. Good work, dumbass. I need to actually just scan one, see what makes me tick. Are they weak to something? Fuck. You're gonna die, baby, but happens. I just want to see if it's an effective way to kill them. We need to only cause 2,000 points of damage. Yes it is. Okay, Cactuara seem to be a fairly nice way to get level up. They're not that dangerous and they still give a decent amount. Turn magic. I do need to... what the fuck? Lair, reflect times 2, magic point plus 20%. Health MP Ultra Regen. Yes please. Summons are incredibly expensive. Shit. What is it? 11 points. There's no way in hell we can get it without sacrificing something vital. Level ups would be a way to get it. I think I want to sacrifice anything. Okay. Any forests here? A little bit of greenery, sure. No forests. I have no way of knowing if it's in any way necessary or not. I just assume that since it's a nymph, it will be in a forest. Shit. Let's get on with it. What is it? Pop quiz. Question number 7. Lindblum Castle is larger than Alexandria Castle. Yeah, yes it is. $1,000 yield. Yeah, that's a bit of a different type of a question. Which one of these places has the larger castle? This gigantic city or this pretty much place that seems more like a village than anything else? Then, do you remember the exact year something happened in this game that has no relation to what you're doing actually in the game? That's the worthless kind of a history studying that you do. Do you know the exact year or something happened? Yeah, it can be it's a basic level of knowledge that you know certain dates in your nation's history, but really, even there's no point really wasting a huge amount of time these days to learn things that a 5-second Google search will answer. It's not in any way a negative if you happen to know that, but it's much more useful to, even in history, to be able to place, I guess, certain events in certain correct places in the time continuum, let's say it that way, then actually know the correct year in detail. In certain situations it might be an embarrassment if you don't know, depending on what you're doing, but in most cases, no one gives a shit. it's much more important to maybe say how the events went there. What caused this and this and this in our nation's history. Understanding the broad strokes and how it sort of fits together. If you happen to be someone who teaches history or someone who focuses it for other reasons, then that's another matter entirely. You have to, specialization is expected, but I would still, fuck you. I always gets my hopes up with the music and then grim reality lands on me. It's pop quiz number 8. Theater ship Prima Vista uses mist as a source of energy. True. Well, it's destroyed, so it's not using anything anymore, but it did use. Information management and ability to search for information would be more vital these days. I mean, from schooling perspective. Be able to be critical about the media you access, that sort of thing. Realize that not everything that is written in the internet is actually facts. Even though they might appear so, even if it doesn't have to be, it can be well intended and still be a problem. Please be a goddamn meme. Any other friendly creature will also suffice. What is it? Lindblom's air cabs operate around the clock. Sure. I don't know. There's a schedule depending on season. I don't know. Probably should fight outside the forest too. Just stumbling on pop quizzes here constantly. I think I was saying you don't have to have malicious intent in order to or assume malicious intent on the part of the information provider to still treat it as worthless shit information. Even with the best intentions and research, it can be wrong. It's just certain information it requires a certain level of specialization to really know how things are, because the common knowledge or information about the thing is usually inaccurate or misinterpreted or something like that. I guess the more specialized the information, the more likely that's the case. Or how in the common consciousness some event is understood might be drastically different if you actually take a look at the information or facts concerning that event. And as I said, there's no need to be any malicious intent. Merely the fact that you don't want to, even if you know. I mean, in excruciating detail know some event, if you'd have to really explain it to others, you wouldn't go into that amount of detail. Or can I get rid of this? Or trying to have a explain all the sources you use and how reliable they are, how you could easily make different interpretations, so that it would be very involved process, and probably very few outside your specialization would ever bother to read your piece of crap. So you sort of generalize, paint the big picture, try to pick the relevant facts here and there, but some moves are friendly and don't attack. That is true. I met one. I guess also if you have to explain very complex things, sometimes are like things, I guess in some kind of mathematics or physics, doesn't have to be there, but something that takes a lot of actual sort of takes a lot of time for you to sort of really grasp it and get a firm understanding of it in your mind. So it's just not, these people still look at that type of information and spread it around, try to explain it to others, even though they don't really understand it either. So things can easily sort of get misunderstood, get misrepresented. Or if you happen to be in an area that doesn't have necessarily commonly used concepts, the person might be using them in a way that is at least somewhat different from common usage. So just because they say something that a normal person would understand differently than a person who actually knows what the bastard is meaning, or those words he's using have a much more narrower specialized meaning in his writings. So what he's actually saying is a bit different what normally people would understand he's saying. Doesn't look like we're finding anything here. So maybe focusing on the forest alone is a mistake here. I do want to see this through, but at the same time I don't want to spend hour after hour after hour running around here doing random fights against shitty opponents who don't really give ability points or experience points, in the hopes that I can at some point fight creatures that I have no idea where they really are. Got return medic. Wind damage reduced by 100%. Earth damage reduced by 100%. With magic defense 56. very good item. Isn't bad either. Wind damage is something coming our way quite often. This is still better. Flare. Just flared. We're still missing one. Not elemental damage. About as good as Meteor. Probably more effective. It doesn't seem to it doesn't have multiple targets. We're missing only one more spell. Auto Reflect, Auto Haste, Auto Life, Auto Float, Auto Regeneration, Magic Element Nullification. Quite powerful abilities. What could we possibly be missing? Reflect times 2. Doubles the strength of spells by using Reflect. Ah, that's a nasty one. Basically you dump a Reflect on yourself and then cast your spells on that Reflect. Have them bounce to the enemy. It might be a way to also bypass his Reflect, because otherwise you have a system where two guys reflects just keep bouncing the spell between them, and naturally that can't happen. But it's very 17 points. Very expensive. Still, doesn't look like we got our nymph here. More. Ooh, that is just bubble. Yeah, it's just not moving, but it's definitely a bubble. Yeah. I'm going to mark it. Go. Excellent, something good came out of this. I suppose we should fight along these plains to just see if we stumble upon something. I don't know, I'll be ending here though. Things are looking mostly very good. We might get horribly murdered, but we might also kill them all without getting attacked back. If we wanted to level up, the down spaceship here might be a good place to do it. There they had the Epitaph. Very good experience point source. Meteor. Might as well stick with that. What did you get? Kuraga. So we can move on to Tiger Rapids. Half MP. Leviathan, Shiva, Ifrit. Any other summons? Auto Regen, Auto Life. Magic points plus 20%. I'm surprised how few summons she actually has. You have your basic elementals covered, not much else. non-magical basic elements, and air Odin instant death, which really barely doesn't really work on anyone. What a worthless piece of crap. In the cinematic, it's a goddamn nuke. In the actual fighting conditions, it's simple shit. Okay, I'm ending here. I'm not sure what to do. There's a limit to how long I'm gonna continue this, but I'm not sure I'm quite there yet. Simply because we do need to get the ability point scores to these guys somehow anyway. So we might as well do something in the meantime. I do have a little bit of a problem. We haven't actually even found the creature yet that we have to fight against. Am I somehow remembering it wrong? It might be, because that's the usual big problem. It's when you replay games, is that you remember things that aren't there, or remember things a little incorrectly. I just from the boss fight I'm thinking of, I know it's sort of a gigantic orb floating in air, and I know you have to use a flying chocobo to reach it. That's those two things I'm certain of. Everything else, how to actually get to it, where it is, I don't actually have anything on that. We do have some kind of confirmation on that, but it's not exactly useful. There, danger in the sky. If you dare to face it, use this wreck to find your way. But topographic stuff not where. Do not fear death. Find one. Islands in salvage. See what lies there. Moving. Head southeast on outer continent to reach Quintus Peninsula. See what lies there. Head northeast, mid continents. Reach Alexander Plains. What lies there. Dreamer. Head to the ocean in the center. All continents. See what awaits you there. Cautious one. Head to the east of Ways Canyon on the Forgotten Continent. It lies there. Ocean in the middle of all continents. I don't think these are locations for the air garden. I mean, potential places where you can fight the shadow. Naturally, it moves around. You have to check it. Yeah, it's not here anymore. Chocobo Lagoon. Where is it, by the way? We should be seeing it. Cliff a tree. Chocobo aircraft. I think it refers to this, but is it in the garden? I can't say that it isn't. It doesn't matter right at the moment. can't do anything anyway. We are not ready to face it. Hit points are simply too low. Even if a single Grand Dragon we face is basically wiping us out quite easily, we are not. We just aren't. There was a group of bubbles here. And I want to go there now that I still remember where it is. But yeah, whatever we got from that, that'll be it. Assuming I can still find it, actually. What could it possibly have? Naturally, the Chocobo card, and it might also give us something extra once we get all of these. If we get all of these, rather. $100 remedy, 1 black robe, 1 Genji glove, blue Narcissus card. I'm not quite sure what Genji glove does. Still, no robe of the Lord, which would be the Chocobo minigame reward. I suppose we could go to the air garden, check it thoroughly. Certainly has minigame. Minigame justifies visiting it anyway. Genji gloves. Gloves probably used by a knight. Very famous band of gloves, but it's sucks. It's not terrible, but it's slightly worse than defense gloves. Takes you from various attacks. Fire, ice, thunder, damage reduced by 50%. So, not nearly as good. Wait, why don't you have ribbon? Because it does good things only for Eiko. I sort of feel Eiko is actually better. Because she can do the healing just as well as Dagger does. The summons that Dagger has are from the depths of the anus anyway, and Eiko can do Holy, which is basically the only white magic attack spell. So I'm thinking we're giving Dagger the boot. What? There's nothing bad about her really, it's just Eiko is better. And that's the end of it. We're just going to take this off. I'll take this off. But this is no good though, you have to have something that we have multiples of. I could, yeah, that's fine. Armor, judo uniform. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Need to visit the ship if I want to change group. But even if we would use her, I don't see those summons being particularly good. And in order to really get something out of it, you'd have to use the boost, which is a massively expensive ability. So I just see Garnet as a crappy Eiko, pretty much. And now that she got her hair, he pretty much looks the same too. I mean, she's using an overall and has short hair, same as Eiko. So Eiko is just a cuter version of the same basic character and more useful version. Or am I wrong? Kraga, my jewel, okay. Well, we can get the same abilities. Holy Mitre, that you didn't. Eiko is armor. It's a good armlet. Holy Hat. Shadow damage reduced by 100%. Half MP, full life. Holy, yeah. Eiko is just better. That's the only reason I can hit this. And haste. Auto float. Healer. Regeneration. Boost. Auto life. Magic points plus 20%. 80. I just don't see how Eiko would be worse. Causes holy damage to all enemies. So holy damage summon. Causes holy damage. Jewel. Extracts ore from a target. What? Raises physical attack power. So this Eiko can even do damage through white. It can boost damage dealing guys. So basically buff. Eiko is much better. Why on earth would you use dagger? She's a bit low level now, but she, yeah, I just don't see why dagger. By the way, playing here.